Hey guys, welcome back to the Grand Underground. As promised, we are going to start things today by catching the fourth member of our team. And as you can kind of see there on the left side of the screen, it is none other than Ellicott, one of my favorite electric type evolutionary lines. Maybe even my favorite electric evolutionary line. It actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be to find Ellicott. I did look up, let me bring up the map here. I did look up a revealed map of the Grand Underground to see which biomes were at which locations, and it doesn't seem to change between players. It's not random. It doesn't change day to day. It's pretty much set. And as far as I could tell, of the different types of caves where you can find Ellicott, the only one in the sort of main underground area here, which we currently have access to, is the one I'm currently in. You can kind of see it there in the bottom right. It's like the pink jewel-shaped one, which I think is Dazzling Cave, something like that. We'll see in a second, but I don't want to leave to check. And I'm not sure if it will always have Ellicott. My impression was that it would not. It would have different Pokemon, but I came right in here and saw an Ellicott right in front of me, and yeah, sometimes things just work out. So let's go ahead and start things off. This Ellicott seems excited to meet us. Wonder if he will be the one to join our team. Now, I am looking for a male Ellicott. Let's see if this one is male or female. This is a male. Okay, there you go. I guess in a way they're all male because of the, when you have like a power cord, the male-female connection, they're all would be male, but not how it works in the game. Also, I noticed when I was running around and got attacked by wild Pokemon that a lot of the Pokemon in the underground are a very high level, at least once you beat the second gym battle. Not sure how much this will do. Let's start with a Grass Knot, because Ellicott is pretty light, and Grass Knot shouldn't destroy it. Thunder Wave is annoying. I'd really like to paralyze Ellicott, but electric types cannot be paralyzed. In earlier generations they could be, but that's a new thing. Alright. I'm almost positive a Mach Punch would knock it out, even with a crit, but I just don't want to risk it, so here we go. Now I'm a little worried, we might have to change out Pokemon here, because I'm a little worried if Ellicott knocks out Win. A lot of our team is very weak to electrical. Oh, okay. Well, that's really annoying. Getting some bad luck now. Let's switch out... we don't have Intimidate, do we? We have Rivalry. Let's switch out Anna for the Intimidate. I'm not sure if it has any physical attacks, but if it does, at least we'll reduce the damage it does. And this one's level 25, which is pretty good. Higher than our team, obviously. But I saw a Bidoof at level 28, so they can be very high. In fact, a little bit too high in my opinion, but... I guess on the bright side, we won't have to really do much training off screen. We'll already have a very powerful Ellicott. Alright, Paralyzed is fine. Let's go ahead and use Quick Attack, which should be evenly effective. Now we're going to be slower, outside of Quick Attack, obviously. Which is interesting, because I would love if it just so happened that he got us to like 1 HP and we used Endeavor. That'd be awesome. I'm kind of tempted to do that, because what if he used like a Thunder Shock and brings me down to like, 10 HP or something. But let's do one more Quick Attack first to get some damage. So far we've only been attacked by Thunder Wave and Screech. I wonder if that's all Ellicott knows. I'm going to take a bit of a gamble here. I only have 5 Endeavors though. Let's try. It will not raise their health. It's not Pain Split. Alright, and Screech will lower our defense, but if it knows like Thunder Shock, that is a special attack, so it will not affect our defense. It doesn't affect, it doesn't affect the wild Ellicott because its health is already lower. Shockwave, okay, that's actually probably going to be a knockout. It's not, okay, yes! That is exactly what I was hoping for, as long as we're not fully paralyzed, and we weren't, because now it is at 3 HP, so my plan actually worked. That was awesome, and good job Anna for hanging in there. Alright, so let's see what we have in the way of Pokeballs. I probably should have bought maybe some more Great Balls or something. It'd be really cool to catch Ellicott in a Great Ball, or I guess a Heal Ball would be cool as well. But let's use a Great Ball, and at 3 HP, I think we have a decent shot here. Fingers crossed. No! Oh, not even a shake. Come on, Ellicott, don't you want to join our team? Alright, well in that case, let's try a Heal Ball. See if that has any better luck. Nope, not so much. Now, a Heal Ball, of course, does not have any increased chance of catching a Pokemon, but it will heal them to full, which would be pretty nice. We could use Ellicott right away, although I could also just jump to a Pokemon Center. Wow, this guy does not want to be caught. And that's going to be it for Anna, but that's okay. She did her work. We are now at 3 HP, so in theory at least, that should make this Ellicott not too tough to catch. Let's bring in Luxio, because he will be able to resist, or she will be able to resist Ellicott's attacks pretty well. One more heal ball and it's onto the Pokeballs. We have 40, so that should be enough. Oh, not quite. Thought it might be a heal ball. Part of me thinks it'd be really cool to have like a different ball type for each of our Pokemon, but I'm probably going to breed one of them, which will mean probably a Pokeball, though I think you actually can breed Pokeballs now, which is new, and I actually like that, because before every bred Pokemon would be in a Pokeball, but now you can actually get them in a Premier Ball, or, you know, whatever you want, Master Ball even. There's a way to base it on what the parent was caught in. Alright, well. Yeah, but right now I think I'm probably going to have at least another Pokemon in a Pokeball, along with, of course, Win. So maybe Ellicott will be as well. I'm actually really surprised we haven't caught Ellicott yet. I mean, it's not asleep or anything, but still, I wouldn't think it would be this hard to capture. I don't know if it has a lower capture rate than I assumed, or perhaps perhaps Pokemon in the underground automatically are more difficult to capture. I don't think that's the case, but I am not sure about it. But it kind of reminds me of like the anime, when the Pokemon that were always the toughest to deal with and the toughest to catch end up being like part of their teams and a really powerful part of their parties. So this Ellicott might be tough to capture, but I'm sure he'll be worth it. Assuming we actually get him in the next 35 tries, though I would imagine we're going to run out of health before we run out of Pokeballs. I might use some potions. It's too early in the game to really have any revives. But I might use some potions if it comes down to it. Alright, Shockwave is a special attack, just like Thunder Shock would be. I think I can survive... We've been attacked by 2 Shockwaves? Yeah, we should be able to survive one more as long as it's not a crit. And then I might use like a Super Potion or something. We'll see what we have. I know we have some potions. I think we have a Super Potion, but I'm not sure. Oh, at this rate, we might actually have to come back with some more Great Balls and give this another try. Alright. So, like I said, I will not use in-battle items during like trainer battles, which are meant to be tough, but during Pokemon catching, wild Pokemon catching, when it's really just based on luck, I don't mind using them there. The RPGer in me feels wary using one of our only 2 Super Potions. Dynamic Punch. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna switch then. We already lost Anna. Because we've been hit by a Screech and Dynamic Punch, that's a really good move. Well, he's probably not gonna use it again. Let's just keep throwing Pokeballs and see what happens. Because I'm worried I could switch into a Shockwave, or I could switch into a Dynamic Punch. So Dynamic Punch is not very accurate. I think it's only 50% accuracy. But what it does when it hits, thankfully it's not hitting, good job Luxio, is it's 100 base power fighting type attack, and it guarantees confusion on the Pokemon it hits. Unless they have like own tempo or something that prevents confusion. 3 for 3, okay, that makes up for our paralysis bad luck earlier. A little bit of good luck there, but I'll take it. Ah, come on, Ellicott. I promise it's a really fun team. You get to be a star on the internet, part of a Let's Play. I'll raise you into a strong and powerful Electabuzz, and then one day an Electivire. One of my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon. Probably my favorite electric type. I'm trying to think of one I like more and coming up short. A lot of people really like electric types, I guess because of Pikachu and Raichu and all, and I don't mind them, like, you know, they're fine, but I've never really been like really into like Jolteon or Zapdos, or I think mainly because Pokemon I like Pokemon that have very diverse move pools, and most electric types don't. Like Jolteon's a really cool looking Pokemon, don't get me wrong, and it's got good stats, good speed and special attack. Hey, there we go. Okay, Ellicott is ours. But Jolteon doesn't really have a great move pool. I guess you can learn like Shadow Ball now, which is a special attack, and of course, obviously like Thunderbolt. But especially in the earlier games, and to a lesser degree now, it just doesn't have a great move pool. Whereas Electivire has an amazing move pool, which is probably why I like it so much, and great stats as well, and it's just cool looking. I just really like Electivire and Electabuzz, and Ellicott's not bad either. Alright, so we are going to name our new team member Billy, which of course is in the middle of Jubilife, so felt like a good name for an electric type. And he might be the life of our party now, so to speak. Alright, well, that took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but I'm glad we did it anyway, and because he's not in a heal ball, that means he is not healed up. So that means Tori here is the only really high-level member of our team. I kind of want to explore the Grand Underground a little bit more. There's a Ghastly, that's cool. I'm not sure if Ghastly, actually I think they are part of the Sinnoh decks. Obviously they're Generation 1 Pokemon, but they are also native to Sinnoh. And I would definitely recommend, if you're looking for a Ghost-type team member, if you're playing Pearl, Mischievous is cool, and Mischievous is especially cool because Bite's super effective, and a physical move, so this should be really good. Because Mischievous is Mismagius is a Generation 4 Pokemon, so it'd be kind of cool to use that in a playthrough. But if you prefer the Ghastly line to Mismagius and Mischievous, Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar are a very strong choice. Just make sure you have somebody to trade your Haunter to evolve them into a Gengar. Let's do one more. Also, if you're wondering what Curse does, it does different things depending on whether the user is a Ghost type or not. If the user is a Ghost type, it takes away half your HP and puts a very specific stats condition on your opponent called Cursed, which removes a quarter of their HP every turn unless they switch. It is a volatile stats condition, like Confusion or Infatuation. Hey, speaking of volatile stats conditions, I assume Flinch kind of counts. Oh, Reflect type, that's interesting. Now he's my type, but I think Bite should probably still finish it off. Yes, okay. These are high-level Ghastly too, so they should evolve into Haunter, I think right away. I think Haunter's level 25. So I can't remember Toxicroak's name, but I can remember the level that Ghastly evolves into Haunter. It's because it's Generation 1, it's a Generation 1 Pokemon, which I've obviously been with a longer amount of time. That's probably the other reason too that I would recommend maybe training a Mismagius. Like, I've never trained a Mismagius, but I'm sure I've trained like at least a few Ghastly in my day. Okay, so Switch is a normal type move. I'm actually thinking I won't teach it this because, as we can see on the right there, very helpfully, Weasel's attack stat is higher, whereas Switch is a special attack. And I did check. I used the little calculator online. You can just Google like Pokemon attack type analyzer or attack type calculator, and you can find a good tool in SciPoke that you can type in what moves you have, and it'll tell you what Pokemon will resist all of your moves. And in the case of these 4 types, no Pokemon resists all 4 of these move types. So there's really not a reason to learn a normal type attack, especially a special normal type attack when our attack is higher. Alright, well, run away, run away. We're being chased by ghosts. It's actually kind of fun. I really like this. It reminds me of Pokemon Snap for some reason. I guess because that's really the only comparison I have to encountering Pokemon like in their wild habitat. But yeah, I'm kind of take back what I said earlier. I don't know. I'm going to approach the games that are, I think, a little bit more like that with an open mind and see how they are. Before we head out of the underground, let's do one more biome here. I'm a little tempted to just spend the whole time in the underground because there's a lot to do here that we haven't really done yet. But we are not really healed, so that makes me a little bit nervous. Let's check out this one, and I'll go check the one in the lower left too. I don't know. Oh, a Houndoom! It's a Houndoom! There's a Houndoom here! Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to use some of our items which we've obtained, including the Cherry Berry. We can't heal Faintedness, but we can heal that, and I actually haven't picked any of our berries. I've been really bad about logging into the game outside of these Let's Plays. Oh, also, do we have any cool TMs for Billy to learn? Probably. maybe not. Cut, no. Thief, I'm gonna save like I said before. Not really, but on the other hand, Billy already has really good attacks. Let's use some of those potions. We have plenty of them, right? Yeah, we have 12. Just because Houndoom could be quite the opponent here. I would not be totally surprised if our first loss is like a wild Houndoom. Well, I guess we could try to run. I did find like a level like 25 Pachirisu that I couldn't run from in one turn because it's so fast. All right, and Tori is healed up. Let me just make sure. Yes, okay. All right, you ready for this, Tori? This will be some good XP at least. Let's face a fully evolved Houndoom. Houndoom is really awesome. I love Houndoom. It's one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. Because not only is it cool looking and has cool types, but it has really good moves. Alright, so Water Gun is probably going to be our best. Actually, I'm going to use Rock Tomb, I think. Rock Tomb actually might do more because Water Gun is base power 40, I'm pretty sure. So with Stab, that makes it 60. So 40 times 1.5 is 60. But Water Gun is special, whereas Rock Tomb, which is also base 60, is physical. So Rock Tomb should do more damage. Both are super effective, as is Rock Smash. And Rock Tomb will also lower Houndoom's speed. And I kind of figured it would be faster. Don't flinch, please don't flinch, please don't flinch. Yes, good job, Tori. And not quite half. Oh, that was with a crit too. Wow, okay. Like I said, Houndoom is pretty tough. It actually doesn't have super great defenses, but I mean, you know, we're level 21, so there's that. Do I go for Rock Smash in the defense drop or Rock Tomb and more damage? Let's go for Rock Tomb and more damage, and I just really hope I don't miss. Quick Claw, but I'm not sure we needed that after the speed drop. Okay, good. Not a miss. And let's see. Houndoom is a wild Pokemon, so its attack should be random. Counter. Wow, Counter's a really good move too. If your Pokemon is attacked by a physical move and then uses Counter, it'll attack back with twice the damage. Okay. Let's bring out Billy, our newest team member. Why not? Now Dynamic Punch would definitely knock it out, but 50% chance. Oh, that's cool. The power points are still from when you caught it. That's interesting. If it didn't already have the speed drop, I might go for Thunder Wave to slow it down, but I think we might already be faster here. Yeah, most electric types tend to be pretty fast. Alright, not quite a knockout. Now the downside to Counter is that you will always go second. It's like I want to say it's like -6 priority. Yes, there's a -6 priority. It's for moves like, actually I think Trick Room is -6. Counter's like -4 or something, I don't know. But it is negative. What is this? Magikarp has grown a level. And speaking of Generation 1 Pokemon whose evolution levels I remember, Magikarp of course evolves at level 20. And Magikarp, which is one of the weakest Pokemon, becomes one of the strongest Pokemon. The water and flying type Gyarados, another one of my favorites. Very cool. Although I don't like the sprite as much in the newer generations, and by newer I mean like probably half the generations at this point. I feel like in the olden days, the old sprites made Gyarados look a lot longer and like a lot more like sea serpent-like. Like now he just looks like squat. So I don't know. I don't really like the new Gyarados sprites as much. Once Gyarados appears, its rage never settles until the Pokemon has raised the fields and mountains around it. Yeah, I really loved when it looked like a biblical leviathan, like a mythology creature. It was just, and now it's just, I don't know. The newer sprites aren't as intimidating to me. But that's cool. We have a Gyarados in our team. Well, we are 19 minutes in, so I think at this point I might just stick it out in the underground. If you guys aren't interested in seeing more of the underground, please feel free to fast forward, but I hope you stick around because I think it's really cool. And there are a few things here I want to check out before we probably never see the underground again. That's probably an exaggeration. I'm sure we'll come back here at some point, even just to maybe like, you know, kill some time if we ever are most of the way done an episode, but I want to do like one little thing more. I might come down here. I should probably explore the other areas too. But yeah, let's check out this area over here. Maybe do another mini game, and I do want to see some of the vendors around here. Oh, also these are where you can make secret bases. Geodude, we face plenty of Geodudes. Scorpy is not too interesting. Ooh, like a Sandfall. Probably don't want to stand under that. I feel like the cave's gonna collapse any minute now. Alright, ooh, an item. It is a bottle of PP up. Okay, so that increases the power points of one of your Pokemon's moves by 1. Which is, or, well, not by 1. By 20%, I should say. So if it's a base... Ooh, a Rhydon, that's cool. Let's face Rhydon. So if it's a base 5 power point move, it'll get 6. If it's 10, it'll get 12. And you can use up to 3 power points on a single move. So max 8, or if it was 10, max 16, etc. But because we don't have a lot of our final moves yet, I am not going to bother with that. So Rhydon, I think, is pretty... Or sorry, Rhyhorn is pretty heavy. Rhydon is very heavy, and Rhyperior is super duper heavy. But even Rhyhorn itself is pretty heavy, so this is a great instance of when Grass Knot would be useful. Because even our fighting type attack probably wouldn't have been a one-hit knockout. It has such high defense. So I think Grass Knot is actually a really smart move to teach Infernape. It was kind of a last-minute choice, but I'm glad we did. Rhyhorn is a good addition to the team. I'm a little bit biased because I really like the Rhyhorn line. I was never as big a fan of Geodude and Onix. I don't really know why. Again, I think it's the move pool. Well, I don't know. They can learn decent moves, but I don't know. For whatever reason, I just really liked Rhydon, even in the original late Generation 1 games. Alright, let's go up and heal real quick. And then I'll come back down and explore a couple more areas. And then when they added Rhyperior is just really awesome. We won't be training one, of course, but if you wanted to add one to your team, be warned they are rather slow, faster than Geodude, and definitely stronger than Onix, and faster than Steelix. Yeah, they are very powerful, and they can learn moves like Rock Polish, which doubles their speed, so they can kind of compensate for their slow speed that way. Alright, let's head back to the underground again. I'm getting the hang of this. I like how they phrase it, play alone. It makes me feel so like antisocial. I'm gonna play alone, but like, I feel like that should be the first one, because even people who like playing this with their friends, like, how often do you really play with people in the Grand Underground? Like, I'm sure people do it, and I'm sure it's a lot of fun. Maybe I will do it at some point with some people, but I still feel like 9 times out of 10, most players are doing this. Are doing this on their own. Okay, let's bring up the map again here. I want to kind of see if there are any interesting biomes or unexplored ones. So we're on the left side. Let's kind of go... Let's cut through here, see more kind of usual Pokemon. Bidoof and Machop and Baneri. Machop's a good choice if you want a fighting type. Of course, we already have ours. Diglett. Let's get some shiny dust. I haven't looked too much into what that does, but it's something to do with increasing the rate of shinies you find. And I wouldn't mind finding a shiny Pokemon, that'd be really cool. But I'm also like not as much of a shiny hunter as some people are. It's just one of the things I've never really gotten into myself. Because it seems like you could spend forever in that. So, I'm not much of a collector in general, actually. Like, I don't collect stamps or... Oh, a heart scale, that could be good. I believe we can use that for the move relearner, which we will be needing at some point. A lot of Pokemon... let's go for it. A lot of Pokemon learn really good moves at level 1. And especially like higher evolution chain Pokemon. Red Orb. Which you might say is kind of weird, because how do you get like an Infernape at level 1, for example? But you don't. The reason it's programmed into the game is so that you can go to the move relearner and get those powerful moves that way, which I think is pretty cool. It started, I think, as like an Easter egg in like Pokemon Crystal. And now it's kind of become a main staple of the games, which I really appreciate. Alright, they said there were 3 items, but it must be a really small like orb or something, so I'm probably just going to kind of cave this in. Oh, that was that was a waste. Oh, there it was. It was another one of those square things. I did not look up what those are. I got a heart scale, very cool, and a small red sphere. Might do one more of those, but let's see if we can find like either a vendor or just some more biomes. I was running past all kinds of, I assume they're vendors, just all kinds of NPCs. But I didn't want to speak to them in case, oh, there's one. In case it was something really cool. Oh, I wonder if he heals your Pokemon. Maybe I should have spoken to these guys. Alright, well, then we're still looking for a vendor. And a Zubat, don't want one of them. Another Rhyhorn there. This would be a really great place to train your Pokemon too. It seems like these Pokemon are always high levels. You can kind of choose what you fight. I could see this being a really great place. I'm not going to spend too much time looking for items and searching like every corner of this place, because like if it's a TM that I really want or something like that, eventually I'll look up just where it is. We can come back here to get it if we need to. I'm also glad you don't actually fight those Diglett, because that'd be really annoying to constantly run into Digletts. Alright, let's check out this guy down here. Yeah, I think you need a special item from one of the vendors before you can build a secret base. So it'd be great to find one of them. Another item here. Calm Mind. Okay, Calm Mind increases your special attack and special... Sorry. Yes, your special attack and special defense. Sort of like Bulk Up increases your attack and defense. They're kind of equivalents. Alright, some more Rock-type Pokemon. Let's see if we can sneak by Onix. Onix is fairly slow, so it shouldn't be too hard. It also seems like the Pokemon here move at their real speeds, which is pretty cool. This guy has a name. Seamus, or Seamus. I think Seamus is how you say that. Did you know the statues of the same Pokemon species can come in different colors? I hear placing differently colored statues in your secret base has better than normal effects. Yeah, I think it changes like the rare spawns you find, like Ellicott, for example, might spawn more, or electric types in general might spawn more if you have certain statues in your secret base, which is pretty cool. I haven't looked that much into it, so you guys probably know more than I do about it. But we might get more into that at some point if we start catching some rare Pokemon or try to complete our Sinnoh decks. But for now, I'm not too worried about that. We don't even have a secret base, let alone any statues. Oh, this is cool, Volcanic Cave. This reminds me of Pokemon Snap, because you really don't have volcanic elements in any of, I won't say any of the games, because I haven't played the two newer regions. And I'd be surprised if there's not volcanic stuff in Alola, since it's based on Hawaii, I assume, or Pacific Islands of some type. Alright, let's use... I think all of our moves are evenly effective. Let's use Rock Tomb, because we might be slower. Scruffy is like 6 levels higher than us. I don't remember what Venoshock does. I feel like it does more damage against a Pokemon that's poisoned. Like it's 60 and doubles in power or something like that. Could be wrong though. Let's use Water Gun in case Scruffy's special defense is lower. It might be. Alright, apparently not. And Venoshock is going to be it for Tori. Okay, well, this is a good place to train if your Pokemon are a little bit higher levels. It's probably better to train... Let's bring out Gyarados just for fun. Even though he knows like no good moves at all. He does have the ability to Intimidate. There's a lot of Intimidators on our team. Or in the early part of this Let's Play, I should say. Alright, and we're going to use Bite because it's the only good move we have. There we go. Yeah, I feel like this would be a better area to train when you're like about to fight a gym, as opposed to when you just beat a gym, because the levels clearly increase every time you beat a gym leader and get a badge. Flinch, there we go. That speed drop was definitely worth it. It seems like we're speed tied. Oh wow, Gyarados is so much bulkier than Weasel is, even though it's a level lower. Because Gyarados is not only a fully evolved Pokemon, but a very powerful fully evolved Pokemon. Whereas Weasel is unevolved, and its line is actually pretty weak defensively. They're good attackers, they're very fast, but... oh no! Caught by an Onix, I hesitated. But yeah, they are not very bulky. Gyarados is actually what I like to call quasi-legendaries. It's a term that I'm pretty sure I made up. Somebody else has probably thought of it as well, but it's just a term that it's kind of based on the idea of pseudo-legendaries, which are Pokemon that have 100 average base stats, so a 600 base stat total. Like Dragonite or Garchomp or Tyranitar. There are a lot of Pokemon in the game that have a 90 average base stat or 540 total. And whereas pseudo-legendaries tend to be used by like champions or other really strong trainers, quasi-legendaries also tend to be used by more like gym leaders. Sometimes the lead four, more like the final gym leaders though. It's usually like the 8th gym leader that has one. Let's see. I'm gonna try to go, I think, up north here because I think I remember seeing some NPCs up north. Let me just check down here. Hopefully they're still there. So Gyarados will count as one. Obviously a few powerful trainers. Oh, an Absol! Oh, that's cool. Absol's really cool. I wish it had better stats because I really like Absol's like design. But its stats are, yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's definitely usable, but it's just, it's like not, it's one of those Pokemon that's not as strong as it looks. Kind of like Onix, but not nearly as bad as Onix. Onix is like just really bad. But Absol is very much usable. It can Mega Evolve. It also suffers from kind of the same thing that like Weevil does, which is it has a really high attack stat, but all of its main attacks have low base power. And being fighting, it should be weak to, let's go for a Power-Up Punch. And we'll go for Mach Punch next. Detect, which is just like Protect, it does what it says in the tin. It protects your Pokemon. It's very good in double battles. Almost every Pokemon in double battles will know Protect or Detect, because it's just a really good strategy if you can predict what Pokemon your enemy is going to face. Alright. Got the attack boost, didn't really need it. I guess I could have used 2 Mach Punches, but it wouldn't have mattered too much. Double Edge, now that is a good move. It doesn't get stabbed from it, but it's a 120 base power normal type attack, so really good job for hanging in there, Win. And let's finish off. I could have tried to catch it, but I think we've already spent enough time throwing Pokeballs in this episode, so maybe I'll come back off screen. But yeah, if you're looking for like more team members and don't know what to catch, oh, Waterfall, that's awesome. That's a really good water type attack. That's like a move I'll probably keep for the rest of Gyarados' life. That's a really good move. Alright, anyway. Let's use... Actually, I'm not going to use some potions because I think we're going to be probably wrapping things up here fairly soon. Psyduck now! Watch out! Ah! That was close. I don't want to fight you, Psyduck. I want to find a vendor. Yeah, Melodic is also a great example of a quasi-legendary. Alright, not sure which way I came the first time. They don't seem to show the vendors on the map, which would be nice. Hey, there's probably a guy that heals, right? Yeah. Seems like the hikers all heal your Pokemon. Well, let me go on for another minute or so, just because I feel like I've already been running around trying to find a vendor. Let me at least give it the old college try here. And I think there are more up here. If not, we can come back later, but it'd be really great to find one. Especially since we've spent like the entire episode here in the underground, it'd be nice to actually do a few different things here in the underground. I feel like this episode's gone by really quickly though. Magnemite, that's cool. Magnemite evolves into Magneton, who in the Sinnoh region can evolve into Magnezone. Others as well, but it all started here in Sinnoh. And Magnezone's pretty cool. It's not super fast, base speed 60, but I've always liked Magnezone because I don't know why. I think it's just one of those really cool like, evolutions of an old Pokemon. My brain still tries to avoid the Diglett instinctively, like from Pokemon Stadium, I guess. But yeah, Magnezone can learn some pretty good moves. Has a very high special attack stat. Hey, who are you? Are you a vendor? Hello, I'm Matthew. Pokemon living in the Grand Underground show up right where you can see him. It's so exciting. Okay, maybe I can't access vendors yet. Or maybe there's only one vendor, and I don't know where he is. But that was the guy I was assuming was a vendor. Gastrodon. Oh no, not another Gastrodon. No, 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 no. Thankfully they are slow. Oh, Buizel, there we go. It's what I was starting to say before. Run away. Is that if you guys are looking for more Pokemon to join your team, just hang out in the Grand Underground a while. You'll find something really cool, like a Houndoom or an Absol, or Gastrodon, Rhyhorn, Magnemite. I mean, they're all good choices. Alright, that's another hiker. Well, guys, I think I'm starting to go in circles. Well, I'm not really going in circles, but I don't think I'm going to be able to find a vendor anytime soon. And I guess the little bar on the left tells you how many of the zones you visited since you've entered the Grand Underground. I don't know if there's a prize for visiting all 40 or anything like that. in one go. I'm not really sure why they would have that counter there, but okay. This is kind of frustrating because I really hope to find somebody. Alright, I'm going to give myself one more minute, and if not, we'll call things a wrap. Nothing too interesting in this cavern. Oh, a Swablu! Okay, where did I say that? Swablu is really cool. So actually, Swablu is pretty weak, no offense to Swablu, but it's a normal and flying type that evolves into the dragon and flying type Altaria, which is a really cool Pokemon. I may be biased because I just really like dragon types, but if you are interested in seeing how cool Altaria and especially Mega Altaria is, then I invite you to watch my Alpha Sapphire Let's Play, because we actually train a Altaria, and I had a ton of fun with that. That was the Ava I mentioned when I keep calling Anna Ava. Ava was our Altaria in that Let's Play. That was really cool. Actually, at first I didn't like fairy types because they're like the arch nemesis of dragon types. And they were kind of made to weaken dragon types, but they're just so strong that I actually really do like fairy types. In fact, I would argue that dragon has now gone from being the strongest type to fairy being the strongest type because their only weaknesses are steel and poison, which are very rare attacking types, and were in fact almost unheard of until fairy types came around. So I get why they did it, but I don't know, I feel like they should have added like a third weakness, like maybe not fire, because fire is pretty common anyway, but maybe bug or something, and instead fairy resists bug, and it resists dark, and it resists fighting, and it's immune to dragon, so I feel like fairy is just a very, very strong type. And Altaria is both fairy and dragon, so that makes it pretty cool and pretty strong. Alright, well, I think I'm going to wrap things here. Oh, okay, last guy, but I think that's Matt. Oh, Adrian. I'm Adrian, and I got Tiny. Okay, so they all say things, but I don't know where the vendor is, so I'll look that up and we'll come back here some other time. But, yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys were excited to see some more of the Grand Underground, and now that we have our fourth member of the team, we are going to challenge Team Galactic, so that should be pretty fun. Thank you all for watching, and see you all next time.